interesting one here today. We had a guy show up with Nic Fit, and despite only having shocks instead of duels, he did manage to siege Rhino a couple of people out. So this was actually, I believe this was round 4. I think that these guys were undefeated at the time. Turn 1 Veteran Explorer, and I think we all know what the game is. Garam's opponent, though, probably does not know that Basic Forest into Windswept Heath means Enchantress. But Miri's Guile, that is never played in any other deck right now, really. He didn't pause to read it. He didn't do anything. He might be well aware of what's happening already. Garam here deciding on any end of turn effects. Decides against it and activates his Miri's Guile for the first time. It'll be just a shitty top, and we'll see where it gets him this game. The card filtering really is important for this deck because I've seen it fizzle many times. He also already has a shuffle effect, so depending on what the top of his library looks like, he can just get rid of 1 or 2 of the less helpful targets in there. He's also holding crop rotation. So there's the first draw off Miri's Guile. Shuffle away the last 2 cards. Go and fetch. I believe he knows that he should be like completely free to grab as many duels as he wants. A Veteran Explorer, a green Veteran Explorer deck is not going to be wasting you out. Utopia Sprawl into Sterling Grove will necessitate a read of the card. It says all enchantments that you control have hexproof, and it's got an added bonus. Let me double check that so I don't read it wrong. I think I have a pretty good idea. Yeah, every enchantment you control has Shroud except for itself, and then you, for 1 mana and sacrifice, you can search your library for an enchantment card, put it on top. This will protect his things like Solitary Confinement from an Abrupt Decay, but I don't think that TaeWoo is going to be casting that many spells that'll destroy his enchantments. I think more likely what would happen is his hand would get torn apart by Cabal Therapy, but it looks like he doesn't have a disruptive draw. This Eternal Witness is just going to be attacking, and Miri's Guile gets to work again. So Garam is actually being given a lot of time. He doesn't have an Enchantress effect out yet, but there's no real clock out from the Nic Fit player. So that said, as early as next turn, he could be facing down Siege Rhino, and unless he has Elephant Grass in hand. I think, okay, so Elephant Grass will make Siege Rhino pretty bad. Then he will draw an extra card from his Enchantress. And the Nic Fit player will, while making sure he understands Elephant Grass, will go ahead and take a peek at his top card. So he has the Windswept Heath in hand from regaining it from Eternal Witness. So he definitely has a land drop for this turn. Any attacks will cost him 2 mana per creature. Which is a pretty bad rate, unless he doesn't have anything more productive to do. So for 4 mana, he could do 3 damage with a Siege Rhino. Or for 4 damage, he could attack with 2 creatures and do 3 damage. Or let's see if he can put anything else on board here. Garam's next turn, though, even with just a single Enchantress effect in play, can start netting quite a few cards here. Yeah, okay, so sure. I mean, we'll hardcast this Siege Rhino. He cannot attack. Nobody else can attack. Garam specifies that he's going to go ahead and put his Miri's Guile effect on the stack first. or is it last? Regardless, he wants it to resolve first before he pays for his grass. Also, be very careful. Paying for grass in Korea is extremely frowned upon. There it is. Okay, so Garam has been brewing a little bit with Solemnity. There's quite a few cards in this Enchantress build that are going to take advantage of the new card here. Notably, like Glacial Chasm and Dark Depths. Garam is actually a lands player, and he wanted to find out if there was like a green-white lands version that was going to really take advantage of this card. And apparently, instead of lands, he's landed on using an Enchantress shell instead. Things like lots of cumulative upkeeps or recurring Dark Depths and getting as many Merit Lages as you need without having to use Thespian Stage are pretty good here. Wow, okay, so I don't think that this gain life against Enchantress is a good plan. Instead of attacking and threatening damage here, he's just putting more creatures on the board that can't actually attack. Of course, Thragtusk will be the best creature to pay 2 mana for next turn to attack, but if he keeps just trying to gain life, Garam does not care about that whatsoever. It seems like he's super land light though. What's up with all of these draws not netting him as many lands as he needs? He's got another 2 mana, Sterling Grove, draw off the Enchantress, and he has missed his land drop again, even with these Miri's Guile. Six lands now in play. He'll go ahead and pay to attack for the 7 here, right? 7. Cast another Veteran Explorer. 0 Cabal Therapies. 0 Ways of Disruption. And I have to imagine that Garam is pretty close to just running away with the game. And if not just comboing off, then just casting like a Solitary Confinement and really getting this over with. Wild Growth. Draw a card. Land. 3 mana. Enchantress. Draw a card. Well, sorry, by the way, not an actual Enchantress. That's Enchantress Presence, which is another enchantment instead of a creature. So this one, he's actually, it looks like he's staring down lethal, but I know he's holding a crop rotation, so we'll see how many creatures try to come across. He's going to pay. Yeah, pay for Thragtusk and Eternal Witness. If he can just get... I mean, Glacial Chasm here means that he can't lose any creature. Yeah, he can't lose any life. He's going at this from a life total of 7. So first off, there's no cumulative upkeep. However, he still will lose 2 life a turn. Is that correct? Maybe I have that wrong. Does Glacial Chasm actually just say you can't take any damage, you can't attack, and then nothing else? Let me check. Text on Glacial Chasm is cumulative upkeep, pay 2 life. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to you. Creatures you can't control can't attack. So since there is no upkeep, it never even starts at 1. He does not have to pay any life. He will make an absolute crap ton of mana with Serra's Sanctum. Cast a Phyrexian Unlife. Draw a bunch of cards. Cast another Solemnity just to draw some cards. Yeah. Okay, so the Phyrexian on life doesn't do anything, but we can hardcast Emrakul, and that's interesting. He shouldn't have actually gotten that draw step because he should have, you know, just gone to his next, Garam's next turn, but let's fade this out while they shuffle. Actually, wait, no, hold on. Let's read Siege Rhino. Okay, okay. I gotta say, I feel like this is pretty unfavored for the Nic Fit player. I think that this will be an extremely uphill battle, but if he gets Garam with like kind of a clunky hand and he starts with a really good Cabal Therapy ramp sort of hand, then there are definite ways that he could dismantle the Enchantress player. Turn 1. Overgrown Tomb, blind Cabal Therapy. And he has missed. I don't know what it named. Garam's hand. Garam's hand is okay. Sterling Grove when your opponent is not doing anything. Honestly, Sterling Grove is a good card in this matchup because it allows you to search up the missing Solemnity or whatever it is that you needed. But when that's what you're doing on turn 2 instead of casting an Enchantress, again, like last game, you're not really doing what your deck is supposed to do. That's just sort of the problem with playing green, I guess. TaeWoo really needs to hit him with a Cabal Therapy this turn. Unfortunately for him, Veteran Explorer isn't as great in this matchup as he is in lots because there are quite a few basics. Alright, so he missed on the blind extra Enchantress's presences. But he now has 2 Cabal Therapies, provided he can find a creature or 2. He's never going to be able to land that crop rotation. Oh, wow, he could... Oh, he can take crop rotation now. Since Garam decided to take his green mana down for the turn. If TaeWoo has a creature this turn, I really, I would advise strongly to snap off the therapy on crop rotation. Otherwise, he could just like grab Dark Depths very soon. Alright, so Voice of Resurgence is an interesting card to be playing in Legacy. Don't pass! Don't pass! Sack him. Garam will search up Solemnity. He's got a crop rotation in hand. He already had the Thespian stage anyway. This is going to be an extremely quick one, guys. And he had the Dark Depths in hand, so there's a Merit Lage, and that'll be all she wrote. Good going, Garam. Pretty sick little brew you got. I'd be interested to see if you continue playing Enchantress or if you've got like another like Maverick Solemnity brew going. Anyway, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.